Hi, Santa Barbara and Montecito. My name is Daniel Zia. I'm the founder, CEO, and lead broker associate for the Zia Group here with eXp Realty on the Central Coast. I'm here as my commitment to be your real estate economist of choice here locally. And I'm going to provide you the February South Santa Barbara County real estate market update. This goes over the end of January statistics because it's on everyone's mind. What is going on with the real estate market? Well, to start off, it was like someone flipped a light switch around mid-January and the market really took off. And that wasn't just true for the Santa Barbara and Montecito area. I network and mastermind with top real estate sales owners all across the country, and about 75% of them all echo the same sentiments. It's outside of regular seasonality with weather and other factors, and it's just like consumer confidence came back somewhere around mid-January. A lot of markets started to see multiple offers again. A lot of markets started to see contingencies being released and some all contingency-free offers. So the market really has picked up. Now, we still are suffering from the problem of a severe shortage of inventory. In fact, I mean, if you look about the number of homes that we have right now, it's the lowest homes available for sale that we've had in the last 5 years. And when you compare them to like 2019, we have about a third of the homes to sell now as we did in 2019. So if you're a home buyer out there wanting to buy, and there are lots of home buyers wanting to buy, you just don't have the homes available, and there's not a lot that gets you exciting. So the homes that do come on the market that are exciting options, they're getting lots of buyers engaging them, and we're seeing multiple offers. As an example of this, every one of Z Group's recent listings has sold with multiple offers. And just last week when we brought on 2 new listings, we had a total of 16 offers between both of those properties and a phenomenal sales outcome for each of those 2 sellers. They were just delighted at the market and delighted that they hired us with some of our proprietary marketing strategies and what we do to sell properties differently and to build that excitement that generates those multiple offers, even in a market where not everyone believes and sees the same activity that we see, that the market is moving really the way that it actually is moving. So that's absolutely phenomenal. When we look at the homes that have gone into escrow, it's taking about 3 weeks for the average home to go into escrow now, which is quicker, and it's less time than the market at the beginning of last year. That's pretty impressive because the beginning of last year, January and February in particular, were actually very active months of the market. It wasn't until March and April, when interest rates started to go up, that the market started to slow down, and we saw a very different market for the last 2/3 or 3/4 of 2022. So the fact that it's taking less time to sell a property today as it did in January and February of last year, I look at that as actually a very positive sign. Now, as far as the number of sales that have occurred, there's actually about 25% fewer sales, homes that have gone into escrow or closed escrow this year compared to the beginning of 2022. But that, in my opinion, is not a reflection of a lack of buyer demand, but what I started this video with, really a lack of inventory. It's an inventory problem where we have sellers that just, for whatever reason, don't want to sell. That might be interest rates are higher and they don't want to increase their interest rate or their payment on a new purchase. It could be that they're really delighted in their current offering and love to live in Santa Barbara and don't want to do that transition. Either way, if you are a home seller, now is actually a phenomenal time to sell. Everything is green and vibrant with all the recent rain, but we've got the beautiful sunny weather, some marketing photography, views, hillside shots, everything looks vibrant and green. All the flowers are blooming, and buyers are really out there in droves wanting to buy right now, and the interest rates are much lower than they've been as a general whole the last 8, 9, 10 months. And so buyers are excited about that and more optimistic about the market as a whole this year, as the feeling and sentiment was in last quarter of last year in 2022. Overall, we're seeing about 76% of the homes that come on the market sell, and again, sell very quickly. That kind of percentage of home selling is a little bit down as a whole compared to last year, but still fairly good when we look at the market as at what we've seen historically. What else might be relevant as far as what home values are doing? In some ways, that's always kind of the million-dollar question, so to speak. The data is conflicting. When you look at just the year-to-date January 2023 compared to January 2022, we get conflicting data, meaning that the median and average sales prices is down year to date over year to date. But actually, when you take out the luxury market of Hope Ranch and Montecito, that number actually gets skewed. And in fact, the average sales price then is up year over year by about 13%. So we know that in 2022, as a general whole, prices were up in 2022 over 2021. Now we're going to start seeing some interesting data as we start really feeling the effects of the last 6 months of last year and the effect on what happened in home prices. So I'm not making any kind of statement that home prices are going up or down. I still see them as very stable. I think they stutter stepped in the last 6 months of last year, but I think with a lot of optimism going back, I think we're going to actually see some conflicting data the next few months with median and average sales prices. It really is the market kind of balances itself out and defines for itself whether or not home prices should be going up or down based on supply and demand. The reality is we have more buyers out there than we have homes to sell. So basic supply and demand economics should say that the market should go up. But when you have the national government trying to control inflation and trying to force the market to go down, there's a little bit of this national battle with interest rates and inflation and a local battle with supply and demand where we shouldn't see local prices affected, but you've got national headlines and social media headlines kind of vying for that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But hope that is a helpful market update. That, again, is your February 2023 market update. I'm going to log in every month and share a similar update and always shoot straight with our community, whether the market's doing well or the market is struggling. I'm always going to share those facts. If you want to reach out and connect with a true neutral fiduciary, an advisor that can walk you through with your nuanced situation, whether it's the right time to buy or sell and how to implement that strategy, please do reach out to me or your preferred Zia Group Realtor partner. We'd love to help. Take care.